It's Week 9 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see Justin Jefferson. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Vikings and the Colts coming up next.
It's one of the NFL's newest venues, but it's already earned a reputation as one of its best. This is U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. Up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scotts alongside Brock Heward. And Brock, now that we're into the November portion of our season, we've got a pretty good picture of who both of these teams, at least who we expect these teams to be from here on out.
Yeah, no question about it, Kate. They're through the opening rounds if this is a boxing match, right? In this season-long fight. Early issues been worked through, or at least you hope so. And this is where they have to be in that groove as we push through the heart of the season. Any team with hopes beyond Week 18.
Chandler to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And we'll take a glance at their 7th-year QB.
Hey, it wasn't a banner game you had last week, stuff in the stat sheet, but still one that falls squarely into the good territory. Had a couple touchdowns to make up for the one interception, and his effort was enough to be one of the pillars in their win. And certainly some momentum to build on today.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Connects with his back. Aaron Jones gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Kenny Moore there to make the stop. Well, as we see the names populating this injury report, partner, we recognize they've had to do some adjusting over the course of the season as key contributors have gone down.
And this, right here, this is where fan favorites and surprise superstars are born, Kate. From guys having to step in as a result of these injuries. You never root for players to miss time and go down, but you'll always root for the guys filling in, who are getting their shot to make their name and contribute when it really matters.
3rd down from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send them off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing them up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
Now we'll see Ryan Wright come on for the Vikings to punt this away on 4th. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. Bringing them out to 4th overall pick, who unfortunately had that rookie season cut short at just 4 games. Good to have him back from Florida, Anthony Richardson.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, well, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with a loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result. So expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. On target to Downs. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd. Now a toss play, Taylor. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Pick up a 5 on that play. And it'll be first down, Colts. Offense already looking like they're at mid-game form. They've got it down to the 32. Richardson now on 1st and 10. That's him on the quick hitter. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s. Versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give you quick.
And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts have a great first drive and get the game's first points. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Extra point converted by Gay. And the Colts will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Chandler now on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Minnesota all set to go for its second drive. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Pass is caught, it's T.J. Hawkinson. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. It's a design boot. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it. This one misses the tight end. So now they have 3rd and short. Darnold looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
They'll run the draw with Jones. And he's brought down for a loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
3rd and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
The Colts and Anthony Richardson headed back onto the field. And it's not just a blip for him this year. He's been one of their go-to scorers on the ground as we get through the heart of this season, leading all quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Oh, he lost the football. It's picked out by the Vikings, going the other way. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You're using this play to try for a first down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
This one's caught. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal. They'll run here with Jones. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. And we'll need to pause for an injury here, and this is the last guy you want hurt. Justin Jefferson, the player being tended to. Driven backward to the 11 as they line up for second and goal. Now a give up the middle to Jones. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over him.
And he sails that one over the end zone.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
A 29-yard attempt.
Smith able to put it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Has this at the 6. And look at this return. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. Here comes the Colts offense now for another possession. They come in on a little 2-game skid, Brock, but in control of this one so far. First down throw here from Richardson. Finds him over the middle. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. All right, here we go. Second down. Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials.
Ball start. Offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. They'll run here following the penalty. And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Catch made over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Straight ahead with Taylor. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Neither side separating much so far. More from U.S. Bank Stadium after the break. We're ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They start with 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. This is on target to Brandon Powell. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Now Darnold. And the first down pass set away by a defender, incomplete.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Here's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Receiver in motion, headed right. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
The Colts are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And among dual threats in the NFL so far this season, there has been no equal. He's leading all quarterbacks in rushing yards to this point. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Taylor now up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
It's the gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 31. Hauled in by Downs. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Richardson back to throw. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. To throw, Richardson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll throw again, Richardson. That's the rookie from Texas hauling it in. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Back to throw, here's Richardson. He's on the move. He takes it himself. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Richardson. Short pass brought in. And they get this down to the 28. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Play action with Richardson. Flushed out of the pocket. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with the quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
3rd and short yardage here, Richardson. Throw left side, complete. And he'll go down here at the 16. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. And a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
He's got Pierce. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
This throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6. They find 7 yards, and now they've got first and goal. Short side option here. He's running left. And they take it across the goal line for an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts now lead by 10. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. My partner up here is pumping his fist after that one. That is how you run an option as a quarterback. Good read to hang on to it and do it himself.
Yeah, because I could never do that, not even close. But when the defense overplays and you run that option, you get that good 2-on-1, more times than not, they will commit to the more dangerous guy, the running back. But you leave a lane, this quarterback can do some damage as well.
That one right down the middle. And the Colts drive their lead to 11. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Chandler now on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Vikings now set to take the field. And they find themselves trailing by 11 as they take over down 14-3. They're out and set, first and 10. Throwing here, Darnold. Cut out left. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. They're going play action. Brought in left side by Jones. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. To throw, here's Darnold. Has him on the quick hitter. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the gun, Jones gets it. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Play made by E.J. Speed. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
3rd down and 5.
Darnold looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Throwing off the play fake here. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Counter play, Jones. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
They go play action on 1st. Pass is cut at the 9. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from Minneapolis. The Vikings with the football. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Here's Darnold. Catch is made in close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf.
And they score. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings make it a 1-score game before halftime. It's a T.J. Hockenson touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all, at this point, expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Reichard there to tack on the extra point. And the Vikings cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. It is cut left side. This is ahead for about 5. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. From the 31. Finds him over the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st down, it's Richardson. Taken in by Pierce. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. That tackle made by Blake Cashman. Timeout Indianapolis. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll throw again. Richardson. That's complete to Pittman. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts will add to their lead at the end of the half. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
That one splits the uprights. And the Colts drive their lead to 11. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Chandler now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden Ratings Hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. Here's Darnold to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Second and 4. And that's incomplete. 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Back to throw it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. A final throw before the break. Throwing for the end zone. And the defender comes away with it. That's Julian Blackmon. And the Colts intercept the final throw for the end zone, and that is how our first half's going to end.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. so let's get to it. Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Colts headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Gets this one to Pierce. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, Kate, sorting through traffic, seeking out a runner, that is this guy's domain. And boy, does he know how to operate in it.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Short pass brought in. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
He's got Pierce. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Colts. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And a man is there to knock that away.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
On target to his man Taylor. Have him gain up about a handful there. That tackle made by Blake Cashman. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Richardson. He has the 1st over the middle. And he gets this forward to the 19. That's good for 7 yards. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down. Working inside the red zone. On target to Downs. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Cut near the goal line. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about...
And oh, he got it! Interception! Byron Murphy picks it.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, it's intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
The Vikings offense back to the field now. They are coming off their 1st interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Jones reels it in. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. Now we'll get a pause for an injured player. That's Aaron Jones, the man in question, and some obvious discomfort as he gets looked at. They've got 1st down from the 31. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Trying for the deep ball. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw, here's Darnold. Has the connection to Hawkinson. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Here's Akers up the middle. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away. This one intended for the running back. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Running back sent in motion left. The lateral goes haywire. It's out. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, well, he hops on the ball and he saves the day.
The Vikings getting their punt team out. Ryan Wright's the one to send it away. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. The visitors ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. 1st down throw here from Richardson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And the powered play up the gut only results in 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Play action with Richardson. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, he's keeping it again. They got 24 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the 1st down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
First and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Taylor. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Play brought to an end by Jonathan Grenard. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. That's completed out to the right. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. To throw, Richardson. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll step up, and there he goes. And he drives this forward to the 6. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Now Richardson to throw. On the move, headed right. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end brought the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. It's Brandon Powell with the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Akers. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. He rolls to his... Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with the tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Darnold looking to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. The Colts offense set to head out. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays that followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Shotgun. What a hit, and the ball's loose. It's picked out by the Vikings, going the other way. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
The Vikings taking the field on offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Handoff headed right. It's Akers. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the Colts.
So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Throwing here, Darnold. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. Now Darnold. Completed over the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do them through the offseason, do them through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force 4th downs just as they did.
They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set. 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Colts.
Running right, this is Taylor. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
And he winds up with a solid gain down past the 45. Vikings defense countering with a nickel look. 3rd down coming. They go again with Taylor. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a 1st down.
Off the play fake, here's Richardson. Throwing the out route complete. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Complete beyond the marker. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st down.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And not much doing. He stopped quickly. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. They'll throw again. Richardson. This throw is caught. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Up and good from Fairbairn. And that stretches the lead to 21.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Powell now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Another drive coming up for this offense. They're coming off a 4th down try that didn't work in their favor. Let's see how that might affect the approach they take this time out. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Darnold. To the sideline, complete, and he's got the 1st down as he stays in bounds. Shane Steichen definitely saw things differently, and now he's thrown the challenge flag.
Previous play is under review.
Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens because you've got to make that transition from college where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You've got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
Well, that didn't break out how they thought it would, and they're going to lose the first of their 3 timeouts for their trouble. Darnold now to throw. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches.
10 yards on the pickup.
From the 46.
At the 46-yard line.
Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. From the gun, here's Akers. And there's a sign of life from the ground game. He's forward with a nice pickup. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Once again, it's Akers. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
It's a good yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
3rd and just 2 to go. They run. Here's Akers. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Working quickly here. Here's Darnold to throw. Getting out to his left. And they score. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings get it back to within 2 possessions. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Oh, the Vikings got to it first. They get it back. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. To throw, here's Darnold. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offense in the hurry up here. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. They are throwing it again. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. From the gun on 3rd down. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings now within 1 score in the 4th. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Reichert on for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Vikings chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Oh, hang on there. Hang on a moment. Looks like we've got an injured player on the kick return. They're going to check on him now. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They'll send him over right. 2nd down carry for Taylor. And this one doesn't go far. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. They're going to try to pick it up with an option left. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The Colts ready for the punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. No return on that punt. And it's going to be Vikings football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Able to find Hawkinson. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Vikings out of the hurry up. Need everyone back to the line. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
He was defended by Kenny Moore.
To throw. Hawkinson reels it in. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. It's a gain of 4. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
He'll look to throw it. This will be caught by Akers. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Vikings out of the hurry up. Need everyone back to the line. Completed over the middle. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field. Here he is to throw. Going the outlet, complete. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. Setting up to pass. Oh no, the ball is loose. And the Colts pick it up. And And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
Now the Indianapolis offense heading out. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's the Colts who come away with a win on the road. And just a week after being soundly defeated, they're back out there playing a much better brand of football. Short memories prevail, Brock, as they move past that loss and get back to some winning football. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Colts are winners as we bid you farewell from Minneapolis.